of Nigeria. One of the ways you can really measure it is what is happening within the judiciary, and like they say in their own assessment, what is happening in the Nigerian police force.
So you think you agree with the fact that, are you saying there is some, or you think that there's a real rot within the system that is really bringing the nation into a place where people are saying, hey, we will come and just save you guys?
Yeah, I think I was listening to the report about the president of Nigeria, president of the United States, Donald Trump, when he said the disgraced country. And I felt very bad. And it's even that the fact that I'm going to be appearing in this program, that for a country, a president of a country to call another country disgraced country, it shows that the institution has actually failed, and there is a need for us to take a retrospection of what exactly is happening in our country. But you see, the major part is that a lot of us blame the president. Oh, the president is not doing well. Oh, what is wrong with the president? But actually, I was telling some of my friends in another platform that the country is too big for the president to know what is going on. But the major issue we have are the people who head institutions, government agency, parastatals, ministerial and departments, because those are the engine, those are the machinery that run the system. So if anything goes wrong here, the first person, if there's a theft here, the first institution you should ordinarily run to is the police. Close by, we call it the divisional police office. What is happening there? If you take your complaint to that particular division, do you get justice? Are you satisfied? Is the division providing security for the welfare of the people? Are their lives and property secured within that unit? And so the major problem we have is the fact that not just for we to shout on the president, oh, the president, no, yes, the buck stop at his office. However, what are those persons doing? People who head institutions, who head agencies, who head parastatals, how are they conducting their affairs? Because in looking at whether Nigeria is a disgraced country, the question you should ask is, are those persons conducting the affairs of the institution based on national interest or personal interest? As a matter of fact, the major plank of corruption in Nigeria is abuse of office.
Speak to it.
Yes. Now, I would give you a very good example, talking about judicial corruption. Now, I will tell you how, for example, and I think if the Inspector General of Police is listening, how will you imagine that the Director of Legal of the Nigerian Police Force institute an action against an individual to the court, and he said, okay, this particular person is charged for forgery, and the forgery is against another individual. So I will give you a live example. So I was involved in a case where the Director of Legal of Nigerian Police Force, this is a live example, so this is not a story, this is not a speculation, this is not a simulation.
I hope it's not in court, though.
No, it's not. So, right. and now, they said this person that you are charged for forgery. The person that they allege you forged his document or you presented him said, look, I have not complained that my document
I'm not the
forged.
one presenting the case.
I am not the one. I have not complained my document was forged. I have not complained that I was impersonated. But the Director of Legal said, no, charge him. You deploy state resources. You deploy members of the police, your legal unit, to go and prosecute that case. That is what we call abuse of office. When you spend that time to prosecute because of personal interest, not national interest, the person did not steal our money. The person did not forge government paper. The person did not deprive government of its resources. The person did not undermine government institution, individuals. And the person involved who is being injured or who is supposed to be injured, that, oh, I impersonated you are injured, you have deprived me of something. The person is saying, no, I don't have any such complaint. No, the police said, no, charge him, take him to court. And you deploy state resources. Those times you have deployed resources on those personal agenda, you have deprived the state, the community that would have been enjoying police protection. And that is why we see cases, for example, where there are kidnapping, where there are cases of violence, robbery, and all of that. They will tell you they call the police, they tell you that they don't have fuel. Why? Because maybe the DPO or whoever has used the money he gets to send to police.
But I mean, the police can always say that those cases have been really dealt with, and they are very little these days.
What is little? Are you not aware that as I'm talking to you now, 2 buses were kidnapped within Lake Abuja to Kogi 3 days ago? As a matter of fact, my own auntie was involved. Our 21-year-old daughter going to Anyagba. As I'm talking to you, the kidnappers are asking for 15 million for a lady who has no father, who they borrowed money to send her to Kogi State University. So the point we are making that the corruption is so entrenched. Then secondly, we now see situations. Sometimes we blame, like I said, the president. What of other persons, including we lawyers? I have seen situations where lawyers, it was Femi Falana that was senior advocate that was saying that, and the Attorney General of the Federation, the Lateef Agbemi, that was saying that it seems that justice is now for the rich. That is part of the corruption. He said, this is Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Agbemi. Some few months ago, he says, like, justice is now for the rich. He said, because of the kind of justice that is being given out in court, he cannot understand how it will be affordable by the poor. And what is the problem? Even some of these senior advocates, we compromise the courts, compromise judges to give them the kind of justice they want, either the kind of justice they have influenced, they have bargained, or they have arranged for their own personal interest. So when we blame government institutions, when we blame the president, we should be careful. We should put the light on ourselves, especially on those persons who head institutions, who head government agencies, who head parastatals, ministries and parastatals. What are you doing? So before you point your hand at the villa, let's point our hand at the villages and the communities where agencies are going to be run, because government is run through people, through individuals, through agencies, through parastatals. So in terms of corruption, there's a need for us to start holding these persons